Okay, so we are going to continue with vectors. Now we are going to talk about equal vectors. Equal vectors have the same magnitude and the same direction. So in order to say that these two vectors are equal, they must have the same magnitude and the same direction. A very important note, parallel vectors with the same direction and magnitude are equal. Like if I say this is vector u, which has a magnitude of 5 Newton, and this is vector v, magnitude of v is also 5 Newton, and the two vectors are parallel and they are going the same direction, like the arrow is in the same way, not one going this way and the other going that way. We can say that vector u in this case equal vector v. Okay, vector u equal vector v. They have the same magnitude and the same direction. They are parallel, so this is vector u equal vector v. What about opposite vectors? They have the same magnitude parallel and in the opposite direction. So for example, if this is vector u with a magnitude of 10 and this is vector v with a magnitude of 10, those are parallel, the lines are parallel, this one going in this direction and this one going to the opposite direction. They have the same length, so we can say that u and v are opposite vector, and we write it like this: u, vector u, is equal negative vector v. Okay, vector u equals negative vector v. Both of them have the same magnitude, and the magnitude of u equals the magnitude of v. They are parallel, but one is going in this direction and the other one is going in the opposite direction, so we can call them opposite vectors. Okay. Now let's say I give you this vector u, and the magnitude of vector u equals 2, and I give you this vector v, and the magnitude of vector v equals 2. Which one of these is correct? Vector u equal vector v, vector u equal negative vector v, the magnitude of vector u equals the magnitude of vector v. Which one is correct? First of all, u equal v. In order to have u equal v, they must have the same magnitude. Yes, they do. They must have the same, they must be parallel. Those are not parallel, so right away this is not right. Vector u and vector v, minus vector v, they have the same magnitude. Yes, they have the same length. Or they have opposite direction. No, one is going in this direction and they don't have an opposite direction, so this is not right. The only thing that's right is the magnitude of vector u equal the magnitude of vector v. So the right answer here is C. Okay? So I hope you can differentiate between equal vector and equal magnitude, opposite vector and equal magnitude. Okay? Now let's say, okay, so if we say vector AB, what is the opposite vector in this case? We said that this is the tail, this is the head. So the opposite vector will be vector is opposite to vector what? BA. So it is parallel, but it is going the other direction. So in this case, we can say that vector AB equal negative vector BA. Like, for example, let's say I have vector CD. Okay, and the magnitude of vector CD equal 3. This is vector DC, and the magnitude of vector DC equal 3. So I can say that vector CD is opposite to vector DC, so minus vector DC. Alright, so I still have time. Okay, so the idea of opposite vector is clear, I hope. Now, okay, so let's say we have, this is an important thing, we have 4 points. A is at 1 and 2, B is at 4 and 7, C is at negative 1 and 3. We need to find the coordinates of D. What are they? So that vector AB equal vector CD. So the first thing, I'm going to plot everything I have. So point A is at 1 and 2. So A at 1 and 2. A. Point B is at 4 and 7. So probably 4 and 7. Let's say point B is 4 and 7. And this is vector AB. Now, point C is at negative 1 and 3. This is point C. And there is point D, I don't know where is it. I want to find it so that vector AB will equal vector CD. In order to have vector AB equal CD, D must be somewhere here because they must be parallel and in the same direction. So it cannot be here because in this case AB will equal negative CD. So it has to be in this direction. So somewhere here. How can we get that? How can we get the point D? First thing, in order to have this parallel, they must, like remember in grade 9, parallel lines have the same slope. So I want to know how many points I went from here, how many points I ran from A to B. I ran 3 units. So I also need to run 3 units to get to D. So 1, 2, so probably I have to run to here. how many points I rise from A to B. I rose from 2 to 5, which is 5 to 7, which is 5 units. So I have to rose also 5 units in here. So I have to go until I reach 5 units up. So what will be the coordinates if I ran 3 in here? This will be 2. And if I go up 5 units from 3, this has to be 8. So that this will be the coordinates of D. So D will equal 2 and 8 in order to have these two vectors equal each other. They are parallel, they have the same magnitude and everything. Okay, so I am done with today's lesson. I want you to do page 279, number 1, 4, 7, 11A, B, and C. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I'm waiting for your questions. We want to do the same great job we did in calculus. Okay, so send me questions if you have any, and keep in your prayers, and I always pray for you. Okay, I miss you guys.